Hi everyone, this is Cyber here. I'm here today to bring you a new Carnival Hunt video. I haven't done a talking video about the game really, except for news and that kind of stuff. I wanted to actually talk about my feelings since I've been playing this for a pretty long time, since I bought into early access, which unfortunately you can't buy anymore. But now it's in the public eye. You can actually request access still throughout the month to play if you want to. I wanted to wait till it actually hit the public eye so I could get my friends' thoughts, some other people public thoughts that are not in early access, so I could get a full aspect of what I see. So let's get into my thoughts. So visually and sound wise, the game looks great, performs great. I had zero performance issues through my computer, and my friend didn't seem like he had too much issues playing it. So models look great, the map's great, the sound design nails it. Where it really has a problem is gameplay. It's very hard to learn the game, without playing the tutorials. Even if you did the tutorials, they weren't very helpful, but they just recently dropped a new update where they did add a tutorial. Yes, it does help out quite a bit more. It does teach a little bit, but there's quite some stuff still that's not touched in the tutorial that you really have to go out and learn from YouTube, and I don't think that's something a game should have you do. You should have all the tools to learn the game inside the game, or it should tell you what it does. So that's the biggest problem, that it is a learning curve on both sides. Bunny and the Magician both have its problems. I personally enjoy playing as Magician, but it is very stressful. As Bunny, it can be very stressful when you're facing someone who does know Magician. Both sides do have their problems. It seems like there's a big balance issue on both sides. Now, in a update before the tutorial one, they dropped some information that we will be testing out in closed beta, which is what I'm going to be in. They're going to try out 1 versus 5. At the moment, it's V1, 1 versus 4 at the moment. They're trying to say maybe it'll make it easier on the bunnies to have more bodies to take time so you can do stuff. But the problem is, what that adds is they're keeping the same items amount, which was already a problem finding items and that kind of stuff. Like, if an area is locked down, you can't find anything to take out stuff that they do have because it comes back. It's the balance problem, like I've been saying. And as a Magician, if you're facing bunnies that are actually good, adding an extra bunny is already going to make it even more stressful. You're not helping the situation, you're actually making it worse in my aspects. As a person that has played both sides, Magician a little bit more, but I have played bunny with my friend to get that aspect and get his thoughts and try to help him learn the game, since he didn't have the tutorial when he first started playing. I will say adding another bunny is a bad decision. Keep it 1v4. I think it's a good level, like good number system. But the Magician did get a new ability called Listen. I don't know how good it is, because in this build it hasn't been added. But in the closed one, it will be playing. I will get to check it out and kind of stuff. But I don't know exactly what it does. It's possibly going to help find bunnies easier. I don't know. I don't know if that will help or actually make it harder for the bunnies. I have no clue. So I can't speak on that, but I definitely know adding another bunny is not a good way. I think it's just too many bodies, and it's going to make it way too easy for bunnies. And that's coming from someone that wants to win as bunnies. I've won twice as bunnies against like newer players, which you don't really feel like you get the victory. Well, I faced also someone that just let us experience it because there was other new players and stuff. But as a Magician, I've won a handful of times. I'm not any pro where I win all the time, because there are some really good bunny players. It's about learning the map, really, and I'm still quite learning some stuff. I'm getting better as Magician as I played. I have watched some videos before this tutorial to help me actually become a better Magician, because I was constantly losing and I was not having fun, which is a problem with a lot of people. A lot of people come in and they don't want to lose 5 to 10 times in a row just to learn a game. you should have all the stuff laid out for you and saying, this is how you play the game. Here's some strategies. Now, if you want to become a master at it, yeah, go online, look up how certain people play. That's fine. But knowing the basics need to be in there, and you need to know all the tools on both sides to know how to play this. And it's just not covered in the tutorial. The big focus of this game is teamwork, and I've experienced where teamwork works great. And then I've seen where people just don't want a team. They're all by themselves. They don't let down ropes. And the people that get caught get thrown to the bottom, and they have to go through this recycle. And it's not a fun experience. You should get more experience for helping teammates, this and that kind of stuff. There's a good amount of problems with its game mechanics. And another thing I'll bring up is I've heard some rumors that some people have given creative feedback, and the developer didn't like it. They didn't have fit skin, and they kind of banned them. Now, I heard they brought them back, but they said you have to be less rude about it or something like that. I don't know all the details. It's just what I heard. But developers, you gotta have a fit skin. I try to keep it as real as possible, and I try to keep my thoughts sensitive with getting my point across. I try to just tell you what I feel, how I feel going into the game. That Magician, for a while, I was feeling really weak, and I still feel the Magician is kind of weak at times, especially if you're facing a good team. This is the key factor why I also brought up about having skill-based matchmaking is a must in this game, because you're going to get veteran players that come in that's been playing since early access and know the mechanics, and then new players buy the game and they come in and they get destroyed. It's not going to be a fun experience. You're going to lose your player base, and you don't want that. You got to listen to your community and get some fit skin on. You're trying to get some hate, and you just got to weasel through it and look for the positive of what people are trying to fix your game. If you don't like what I said, then it's just your game's not going to succeed. Just say that. But I try to keep positive. I think the world's a good idea. I like the story behind it, and I feel like they have a good model to it. It's just they got to nail down this gameplay balance and get everything where it just works on both sides and balance it right. Like, you gotta make the Magician feel powerful when, like, you gotta give some advantage. Like, if they're going through floors fast, you gotta give something to the Magician to counteract that somewhat. Yes, you can close doors and that kind of stuff, but if he goes down there and closes the door while they're moving forward, it's a revolving door. You're trying to stop them, and you can't keep up with them. It's just a simple fact. I've had that happen, and I helped one person that was stuck at the bottom. I tried to get him up where his teammates were, because they weren't helping him. It happens on both sides. I feel this game is more advanced on the graphics, where gameplay they're a little behind. Where I feel the Reaper, which is another asymmetrical game, is a little ahead. Their gameplay, I feel like, is kind of somewhat balanced as far as I play it. It hasn't been in the public eye yet, but it will be in the end of the month, which I will be streaming it. But graphic-wise, it's not the best-looking game. It's pretty indie, but it's fun. It has good moments, where this game looks great, sounds great. It's just, you don't have... I really didn't truly have a lot of great moments in this game, truly. But I don't want to keep rambling on. It's almost a 10-minute video. I just wanted to put my thoughts out there. It is in early access still, so things definitely can change. I'm not saying this game's not going to change. It's not going to get better. It can. They just got to find the balance right. And they have really creative model. They have another killer coming. They have another map coming. There's tons to look forward to. But they got to nail the gameplay down. That's their only problem. They got to get the balance and gameplay down. And they got to get their tutorial 100% a lot better. It's good, but it's not great. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Thank you for checking out this video. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe.